Here's how you can make compost right in your garden without using a compost bin or a compost pile. These 3 simple and mess-free methods turn your waste into rich, healthy soil without needing any extra space or tools. The best part is, the compost goes straight to your plants where it's needed the most. Let's look at 3 easy ways to compost directly in your garden bed. Method 1. Turn old plastic bottles into root feeders. Giving plants fertilizer right at their roots is one of the best ways to help them grow faster and healthier. And here's a smart, low-cost method to do it. By using old plastic bottles. This method turns your soil into a living compost system. Start by collecting a few plastic bottles from your recycling bin. Wash them well and use a hot pin or a nail to poke lots of tiny holes all around the bottle. On the sides and at the bottom. These holes will let water and nutrients slowly leak out into the soil. Then, cut off the top of the bottle, but don't remove it completely. Leave one side attached so it acts like a flap that you can open and close. Next, dig a small hole near your plant. And bury the bottle, leaving just a little bit of the top sticking out. Make sure it's close to the roots, but not touching them. Now you have a mini composting tube right beside your plant. Now, start preparing a mixture of kitchen scraps like fruit peels, crushed eggshells, weeds, or leftover veggies. And fill these bottles with it. To help everything break down faster, pour a little water into the bottle after adding waste. During hot days, do this every day or every other day. Within a few days, the waste starts to ferment and release nutrients directly into the soil. When your plants are young and still growing, they need nitrogen to build strong leaves. Weeds or green leaves work great here, but once your plants start flowering, like tomatoes, You should switch to potassium-rich waste, like chopped banana peels. This change gives your plants exactly what they need at each stage. This bottle method not only feeds your plants, it also cuts down your kitchen waste and helps the soil stay rich and healthy. Over time, your garden soil becomes darker, lighter to touch, and full of nutrients. It's a simple and clever way to recycle and garden at the same time. So don't throw away those bottles. Turn them into root feeders and watch your garden thrive. Method 2. Compost right on your garden paths. If you don't have space for a compost pile or bin, you can still compost your garden waste right on the pathways between your garden beds. This method is especially great if you have a small space or live in a city. Instead of throwing away weeds, dry leaves, and old plant trimmings, spread them along the garden paths where you walk. If you already have wood chips or mulch on your paths, even better, they'll help speed up the composting process. As the plant materials sit on the path, they slowly break down over time due to sun, rain, and tiny organisms in the soil. This is called in situ composting. That simply means the composting happens right where the waste is placed. No bins or piles needed. As the material breaks down, it turns into rich, dark compost. After a few weeks or months, you'll notice the materials turning soft and crumbly. At this point, you can scoop it up and spread it in your garden beds, it's free fertilizer, and you didn't even need to build anything. This method saves you time and space. While you walk through your garden, the waste under your feet is quietly turning into powerful compost. It also has a few other benefits. For one, the layer of waste on your paths helps keep weeds from growing, since it blocks sunlight. It also helps the ground hold moisture, which is super helpful during dry weather. Using your garden paths as composting zones is a smart and natural way to reuse your garden waste. It's perfect if you're busy, have limited space, or just want to keep things simple. Let nature do the work, and you'll end up with beautiful, fertile soil without lifting much more than your garden fork. Method 3. Dig a compost hole right in the soil. This method is great if your soil is hard, or you can't afford raised beds or compost bins. It's called the compost pit method, and all you need is a shovel and your food scraps. Pick a spot in your garden where you want to grow something later. Dig a hole about the size of a bucket. deeper if you have more waste. Then fill it with organic materials like fruit peels, veggie scraps, grass clippings, dry leaves. These waste items are full of nutrients that your plants will love. After filling the hole, cover it with soil. If you already have some compost, you can sprinkle a layer of it on top to help speed things up. Mark the spot with a stick or a stone so you remember where it is. Now, wait a few weeks. During this time, the waste will slowly break down underground. Earthworms and other tiny helpers in the soil will move in to help with the process. By the time you're ready to plant, the waste will have turned into soft, rich compost. The soil will be dark and easy to dig. It will also be full of moisture, making it perfect for planting. This method is not only easy, it's completely mess-free. There's no smell because everything is underground. There's no need to turn or mix anything. Just dig, fill, cover, and wait. Over time, if you keep repeating this method across your garden, you'll turn even the toughest soil into fertile ground that grows strong, healthy plants. And best of all, you don't have to buy anything. No tools, no bins, just you, your waste, and a shovel. This is nature's way of composting, and it works every time. So, there you have it. 3 super easy, no-mess ways to make compost without any bins or piles. Whether you choose to use old bottles, garden paths, or simple compost holes, each method turns your waste into gold for your garden. You'll save money, reduce your waste, and grow healthier, more productive plants. If this guide helped you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more gardening tips, fertilizer recipes, and natural growing methods that really work. Let's grow healthy plants together, one compost trick at a time.